I have to get my 3 chapters turned in complete with the edits and as much as I can, with the basic APA and stuff like that by tonight. My professor said he wants a complete copy, no comments or anything on it. And I promised him that I would get it to him. He said he would rather have me email him something on Saturday night than nothing. So it is 7:35 p.m. I woke up really early at an appointment. I haven't done my hair. I'm in hustle mode. This is dissertation mode. So, when you hustling, when you trying to attain something, who cares about what you look like? So I printed out, I gotta stop saying so much. Like, for somebody that's had so much training in terms of public speaking, I be saying all the time. So I'm gonna fix that. I have the printout copy of my dissertation chapters. Sorry, the camera's moving. Chapters 1 through 3 plus the reference pages. This is what I used to take notes when I had a meeting with him, my chair, on Thursday. And I made some edits. I did my acknowledgement, my dedication. I started rewriting some things. So this is a clean copy. I hope that I emailed the updated copy to myself. If not, I'm going to have to go all the way downstairs, get my other computer, log into my work account, and try to email it to myself. I pray I did. Ooh. So I'm grinding. I got to finish that chapter 3. I moved some things around in my chapter 1. If you don't know, I know that I did not go into what is a dissertation, what does it consist of, but I definitely will go back and talk about those things in another video. But I am on crunch time. I'm doing qualitative research, so this is like my Bible for my chapter 3. I get a lot of information out of this. I got some other books analyzing quantitative data, which I probably use a little bit more once I do my chapter 4. So if I get this turned in complete like my professor asked, the next meeting he will be setting a date for my proposal, which will be the end of April. I'm going to miss my graduation. My graduation is May 15th. I didn't meet the deadline. It is what it is, baby. As long as I get that transcript and that degree by August, I'm good. Because the goal was to get this done before I turn 34. And baby, I'm turning 34 in September. So I woke up early. I had an appointment. I ran all my errands. I've been doing some cleaning in between. Had me a matcha latte this morning, so I got the energy. I spent time with my daughter. We made salad. And yeah, all the stuff that we bought yesterday at the farmer's market. We made a nice salad. Spent some time together. Now she's doing her thing. And I'm in grind mode. So if you don't know, most programs request or require you to do a 5-chapter dissertation. The first chapter is an introduction to your problem or practice or your study. My study is focused on the needs and the wants of sexual assault survivors that served active duty Army. So I'm more focused on what their shared experiences while they recovered from their sexual assault on active duty orders, and what do they feel that they lacked and what worked. So I didn't really know what I was going to do in terms of dissertation when I first got on campus at University of Southern California. I am in the OCL program, Razir School of Education, OCL program. The OCL stands for Organizational Change and Leadership. And it's a heavy-based DEI program. I'm sure there's been some things changed because of what's going on in the Trump administration. But I started this program back in 2021, 2022, I believe. So things are different now for new students. So if you find this video and you're in the OCL program, these things just may not apply to you, because I am very sure that things are changing rapidly at University of Southern California. So I feel like I probably would have been more successful if I started my dissertation early on in the program. But in this program, in my experience, I spent 2 years kind of doing coursework before we were heavily based into our dissertation. In this program, you have to go to campus twice, and they're called immersions. They're weekend experiences where you meet your professors, you do coursework and stuff like that on campus. So there's 2 immersions, and then you go to graduation. Immersion 1 is your first year in the program. Immersion 2 is the second year in the program. And by the 3rd year, you should be already completing your dissertation. I couldn't do it. I had a lot of time because I was working remote. I had a lot of resources that should have allowed me to get my dissertation done, but I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle trying to balance work, my own depression, and the topic that I picked. Because I'm talking about sexual assault in the Army, it does impact me because I was sexually assaulted when I was in the Army. But that's not even the reason why I picked the topic. I picked the topic because I went to LA in 2021 or 2022 or whatever for immersion 1, and I was trying to figure out, like, what am I going to write about? What am I going to write about? At first, I was going to write about, like, the difference between millennials and baby boomers, like the gap, how it impacts the workplace and all these other things. And my professor was like, nah, if you really look in research, there's no difference from generation to generation. And then I flew back home and I cut Netflix on. And there was a Netflix special for Vanessa Gullin. I hope I pronounced her name right. Gullen, specialist Vanessa out of Fort Hood, which I know they don't call it Fort Hood no more. And, well, at the time, I think it was Fort Hood. And she was murdered. And I watched that documentary, and I was like, I'm going to write about sexual assault. I'm going to do a dissertation about sexual assault. And that's kind of how I got the inspiration, was watching her documentary and seeing things have not changed too much since I left the Army. I left the Army in 2018. Things have not changed as rapid as we really do need. So I've dedicated 3-4 years of writing about sexual assault. I felt like I wanted to transition to a sharp sexual harassment type of position in the workplace because I do work in the federal government. And that will be a goal for me. Hopefully I'll be able to work in that type of career field. If not, then I'm going to take what I learned in this doctorate program and apply it somewhere else. There's other positions that can help victims of sexual assault. I will say that the journey to get to this step is hard, man. It has been hard. I couldn't keep up with, we had to do coursework plus write dissertation. I couldn't keep up with it. I could not keep up with it. When I look back on it, I probably could have kept up with it if I was like motivated to do it. But I had so many moments where I hated my topic. But I didn't have nothing else to write about. And I said, I've already started. I'm not going back. I did end up networking and finding other people who wrote about the same things I wrote about. I ended up having meetings with them. So I do have other dissertations to kind of like help with the thought process. So yeah, I'm about to get to it. And I'm going to let y'all sit in the back and enjoy the ride. I will definitely talk more about the things that I used writing this dissertation and documenting like what's going to happen after I get the proposal date, what things I'm going to work on when it's time to do interviews. I'm definitely not going to record the interviews because of privacy and stuff like that. Hopefully I'll have the mental capacity after I do the interviews. That's what I'm really scared about. And the IRB process, getting approved, doing all that stuff. So I have some little things I'm a little concerned about, but a lot of the dissertations that I found talking about sexual assault, specifically in my topic, everybody's using the same sources, all the information and stuff like that. So yeah, right now I got like 50 pages, and that's just chapters 1 through 3. So yeah, chapter 1 is the introduction to your problem. So I told you about my problem. Your chapter 2 is your literature review, and that's where you use literature to back up your problem, explaining to the reader what is going on with your problem, how does it impact whatever your topic is, and so on. Your chapter 3, you kind of talk about the procedures of what you're going to do in terms of the study, how you're going to conduct the study, how you're collecting the data, what methodologies are you using, those things. Talk about your participants. You're going to talk about yourself as a researcher. So those are the first 3 that you got to do to get a proposal done. After you do the proposal, you get your IRB approval. Then you go into your chapter 4. Your chapter 4 will be your research. So if you're doing a quantitative, you're going to do a quantitative. I'm doing a qualitative. They have mixed methods as well. I'm doing a qualitative because I'm trying to figure out human behavior. I'm trying to figure out experiences. And you also have a theoretical framework that guides you in your study. My theoretical framework is the human-centered design. And that focuses on the end user. What does the end user need in order to gain a better experience? And that theoretical framework is typically used a lot in technology and in healthcare. And then in your chapter 5, that's when you do your recommendations on what you believe based on your research, based on the data collection. How can you solve your problem? I'm just trying to make mine simple. Okay? So that's what I'm about to do. I hope I will be done by midnight. It's 7:46. And yeah, we're going to get it cracking. Good morning. It is Monday now. And the last time you saw me, I was writing and I was fighting for my life. So I think I stayed up like 23 hours from Saturday to Sunday. I woke up at 7:30. I had an appointment an hour away. And I stayed in that city doing errands and shopping for at least 3 or 4 hours. But I didn't get home until 3:30, and then I didn't start writing until 6. And I took breaks in between 6 and my ending time, so that's what took a little bit longer. But I did not like put a dead stop to writing my chapter 2 or editing my chapter 2 until 5:30 in the morning. And then my kid got sick, so I didn't go to sleep until maybe 6:30. Woke back up Sunday at 10. Yeah, I believe it was 10:30. And yeah, that's last night I got some sleep. I ended up sending my professor, sorry, I gotta get out the door. But I ended up sending my professor what I had, which was like 90% of what he asked. And California's 3 hours behind Eastern time. So I'm going to finish in a few. And yeah, that's where we're at. So it's Monday. It's going to be another long week, to be honest. It's going to be another long week. But yeah, I'm here. It's really hard trying to vlog because you got to pick up a camera and then hold it, and it just does not come natural for me. But yeah, I got a hair appointment tomorrow. So I already washed my hair. That was another thing. Yesterday was a wash day, cook day, semi-clean day. So yeah. So I got my hair ready for tomorrow. I'm just gonna wear a bun. But yeah, what I come in this refrigerator for? That's where this is where we are at today. So I gotta get my kid back to North Carolina. I'm behind on that. I wanted to make sure her hair looked good, and she was sick, so I let her miss school today. But today I gotta get her to North Carolina. So I probably won't get anything done when I get home other than go straight to sleep. So yeah, that is what my day is consisting of. Very boring life. But yeah, this is where I'm at. I'm headed to work. I'm gonna knock out the rest. I'm editing my chapter 3, and I'm just trying to like find as much as I can that my professor's gonna find. Like I'm just trying to like nitpick, like I need this, and then I'm gonna end up sending it to my editor once I send it to my professor, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. So I hope you all enjoy your week. Have a successful week, and don't let nobody get on your nerves. Ciao. Okay, I pulled like an all-nighter on the Saturday going into Sunday, and it took me out. So I woke up at like 7 something Saturday morning. I didn't go to sleep until 6 in the morning Sunday. Woke back up Sunday at 11. Had to tend to my kid. My kid got sick. Then I had to do her hair. Long story short, when I do a all-nighter, like homework and stuff, it takes me like 2 days to recover. So yesterday I was like feeling good or whatever. I went to work and I had to drive like an hour to meet my kid's dad, you know, to make sure she gets home or whatever. And I don't know. I stopped and got some Jamaican food from a place that I found on Instagram because I was in the area and I'm rarely on that side of town. I came home, ate like a few bites of it, wasn't really feeling it. I think because I did not like hydrate, that just like fucked me up or messed me up for sure. So I woke up this morning like in a lot of pain. My back was killing me. Honey. And oh my gosh. I'm now just like kind of feeling a little bit better. I ended up missing work, which sucks because I literally booked a 6 o'clock hair appointment just so I wouldn't miss work, and I still ended up missing work. So I am finishing up transferring my interview questions for my chapter 4 onto an APA template, and I have like 10% more to go in my chapter 3. I have a level heading 1 that I need to finish in my chapter 1. I'm sorry, in my chapter 2, and I pray that I send this to my professor because he wanted it Saturday. I did give him what I had. The only thing is my professor is going to campus this week for 2 days, and he already said that it's going to take him more time to read my stuff. So it's like, oh my gosh. I want a miracle to happen where I can like propose my topic and still like get confirmation that I can go to graduation. So I do know like I'm killing myself. Like I am exhausted. I'm tired. My eyes hurt. It just sucks because I wish I would have been able to juggle all the requirements for this dissertation last year when we were supposed to. But I could not manage doing 2 classes or 3 classes and still writing a dissertation. Plus trying to maintain my personal life, you know, maintaining your house, maintaining your career, maintaining your, you know, if you have kids or a spouse. It's a lot. It's only me. I don't have a mom and a dad and, oh, come watch the kid and we're going to cook for you. And no, it's just me. All I have is me. So I'm definitely feeling the pressure when it comes to managing school at 33. The older I get, the worse it's getting. Like the harder it's getting. I can see why people go back to school when they are much older because their kids are already graduating and stuff. But yeah, I didn't even charge my camera. So we're going to see. But I am getting my hair done because that's another time consuming thing is having to style my hair, trying to curl it, trying to find hairstyles to do. I just don't have the bandwidth, baby. So I'm going to have to spend the money and get my hair done so that way I don't have to deal with it for the next 4 weeks and I can like take that little energy from doing all the stuff that I do to my hair and put it somewhere else. So yeah. Hi. We're kind of closing out the end of the week. So it's Friday night. As you can see, it's kind of dark outside. I think it's like 9 o'clock at night. And my professor did ask me to get he did ask me to get the dissertation turned in by Saturday. I did give him something on Sunday. I ended up getting really sick, as you all know. You may have saw me get my hair done, but that was like the 24 hours out of the week that I felt good. I'm kind of just coming like out of it. But yeah, we already discussed what was wrong with me, but baby, it put me down. I was in the bed for like 2 days. It put me down, honey. And it reminded me that I gotta take better care of myself for sure. And I have been, even though I was sick for the majority of the week, I did close out a good chunk of my dissertation earlier today. I have 2 paragraphs on a summary to write. I got to write my credibility and my trustworthiness in my chapter 3. So the chapter 2 edits, I changed so much in my chapter 2. I rearranged some things. My chapter 1, I took some things out, put it in my chapter 2. Ooh, uh-oh. So, yeah. That was really what took me. It wasn't just, make the edits that the professor made. I ended up writing more, changing things, start to realize what he was saying, like it doesn't flow well. How are you going to, how are you trying to tell the story? But also, how are you presenting the literature to where the public will understand and your committee will understand? So I ended up changing some things that I didn't want to do because I wanted the last thing for the reader to hear about in my chapter 2 was about survivor experiences, military sexual assault experiences. So I'm about to flip you all around. Sorry, I'm doing like the camera. But I have been getting a lot done. Am I disappointed that I didn't get it to my professor 2-3 days ago? It is what it is. He probably wasn't going to look at it until today anyway. Excuse me. Excuse me. And it was just little things that I caught as well. So I wrote this whole body with this whole level 2. Oh, sorry, level 1. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me be quiet. So right now I'm just using Grammarly to edit some things, clean it up a little bit, make sure there's no passive tone. And I'm doing this over the body of work that I wrote the last day or 2. So Grammarly will fix, you just plug in how you want your essay or paper or how you want your wording to be formatted, and it'll make a lot of the corrections for you. All right, I'm going to have to edit that out. So I'm finally using the microphone that is a part of the DJI Pocket 3 Creator Packet. It says that it comes with the freaking wide lens. I can't find it. I don't think mine came with it. But anyways, I'm making some headway. I'm skipping one level, heading 1. I'm starting to write about ethics because the juices are kind of going. So yeah, I just want to test out this microphone. And yeah, this is kind of weird though. Like, why does this look like this? Okay. I hope it don't record like in this format though. But anyways, this is just a test. I got the microphone. I ain't talking, baby. I'm focused. But turn y'all around. So I just turned in my completed 3 chapters. All 3 chapters are completed. Now I got to work on the abstract, the definitions, the acronyms, clean it up. I'm about to send this junk to my editor. But my professor has sent some notes for the questions. I'm going to work on the questions tomorrow. I am beat and I got to give myself grace. It is 11:49. I think I said that I wanted to be done around 11 something. Baby, we got it done. Whoop. Like I could cry because the last week and a half has taken me out trying to get these 3 chapters. So these are the notes from my professor. And let me put y'all over here somewhere. Yeah. I can't even focus on notes. I can't focus on interview questions right now. I'm exhausted. But what I am gonna do, I gotta move y'all over here. Oh, dang, he's fast. He must be up working. Okay, so I gotta put the questions in a table too. Whew, Lord have mercy. I got a few things I gotta do tomorrow. I was gonna go home. But clearly, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm logged in. So I'm about to send this to my editor. I'm fortunate to have the editor. I don't know if financially is a good thing because we're in a recession and they don't want to say we're in a recession, but I can't imagine trying to speed work this dissertation and not have an editor because I know my stuff is 8 up. All right, just sent it to the editor. It's 11:54. I'm about to see if I can erase the stuff. As you can see, I have not updated this board. I literally had on this board defend proposal, due proposal, January. Joke's on me. It is, oh my gosh. I'm not about to write the days on here, but tomorrow, I got an agenda tomorrow. I definitely got to clean up. It would be great if I woke up early and got all this stuff done, because then I actually could go out. And I think it might be beneficial for me to go out, just like for my mental health, go do something that I really like to do. Because when I mean to tell you, the last week has taken me out, baby. I'm so behind. I gotta like resend my letters to my committee asking like, hey, are you still a part of my committee? That's how bad I am. So tomorrow I'm gonna send my letters, resend my letters again to my committee, just to ensure like, hey, are y'all still tracking? I'm still alive, baby. I still need you. And I know I need to be defining things. So when you are writing a dissertation, you have a chair who will be your main professor assigned to your study, and then your committee will be individuals based on the criteria of your school. Either those professors have to be a part of your school or full-time in another institution. I think you can only have one part-time professor, an adjunct professor. But sorry, my editor just messaged me. I'm like, man, do they sleep over there? My editor's in Kenya. I'm like, when you talk about work, that girl work. Anyways, so your committee is the individuals that's going to support the chair to support you in your study. So it's been over a year since I sent, those notifications. I'm just going to resend them and say, hey, are you still part of my committee? I got to finish my questions, my interview questions. And then I got to put interview questions in a table. What else I got to do? I need to organize my dissertation folder. I'm just going to put computer. I think those are the only things that I need to do. Oh, and then try to figure out the IRB training. If I woke up at like 6 in the morning, I could get all this done, get to my appointment, and still go somewhere. I just hate where I live at. I got to drive so far to go do anything. It's so annoying. And I got to get some stuff to hang my stuff up. So finally, I don't know how my classmates was doing this junk while we was in the semesters. I don't know how. But thank you, Jesus. Because I'm exhausted. My face shows that I'm exhausted. So yeah. I can finally edit a video now because I am done. Oh, I gotta file my taxes. Like, when I mean to tell you I'm so mad about having to file these taxes. Filing the taxes is an all-day thing. I might do that on Sunday. That might be my Sunday thing. Because filing the taxes is going to piss me off anyway. It's crazy. That you can sit and work, pay all these taxes, pay all these taxes during the freaking year, and then they still come out and say you owe taxes. I'm not gonna lie. When I get out of school, I'm definitely pushing to live outside of America again. Like, when I mean to tell you the quality of life was so much better. Honey, skin was good, losing weight and everything. Damn, my editor is fast as crap. All right. So I'm about to pay my editor. I need to be trying to figure out how can I make this a tax write-off. But yeah, I'm about to just close this out because I'm not good at talking and stuff. Like, I'm trying to focus. And I'm tired. I'm tired. So, yeah. I'm about to close this out. This is the life of a doctoral student who is basically a year behind in their dissertation. And I'm trying to speed it up in basically 6 months. So, we'll see how it goes. I'll see you in the next video. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll start a new video. And we'll do the little itty bitty task that will propel me and get me to have a less stressful week going into next week. Hopefully. Good night. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is that you're going to watch this. Today is April 5th. It's about to be noon. I did not vlog, I think, the whole entire week, for the most part. But anyways, I did not vlog because I waited a week to get my edits back from my chair, who is the professor assigned to my dissertation, my research study. And I got some good news, like, okay, it looks really good to go, but you just need to, refine it. You need to add a little more data, in terms of your study. You need to kind of open it up. But he said, you're ready to schedule your proposal. Now, my chair is going out of town tomorrow. He gives it back on Friday. And I need to try to turn around within 24 hours or so I can kind of get a date on the books. As I talked about it previously, my ceremony for my cohorts in my program is May 15th. You needed to have your proposal done by March 14th to even walk. But I'm just going to give it to God. If I can get my proposal done by the end of the month, that gives me 2 weeks. Can you add me on the list, So yeah, I'm just going to flip you all around. And yeah, this is what I'm working on. I have the edits. And there we go. I got the edits. And then I'm going back to find some research. I'm really proud of myself because I didn't think I had the bandwidth to keep going. When you see everybody else running past you and you all started first, it is, mentally taxing on you. It will, cause you to lack motivation and so on. But I'm surrounding myself with individuals who are almost done or are already completed it and they're getting ready to, walk. They already got their letters behind their name. They already got their title doctor. And I'm going to keep going because my journey and my classmates' journey is not the same. We aren't cut from the same cloth. We didn't have the same bottlenecks. We didn't have the same barriers to go through this process. I have to constantly remind myself that, hey, I'm a single mother. I lived a military lifestyle. I'm a disabled vet. So it takes me a little bit longer to process things. I have a lot of emotions. So I have to constantly be in a decent mood, a healthy mood to even get through this. This is challenging. I've never experienced a program that required so much from me. And I'm not complaining because this is what happens when you apply for a doctorate degree or a professional degree. And I joined a Facebook group for people completing their dissertation. And there were people in there that talked about it took them 6 years to finish a EDD. It took them 9 years to finish a PhD. It took them 7 years. If I can get this knocked out by August, baby. So I just really focused on writing the week before. Saturday, I turned it in. Monday, I ended up getting a clean cut from my editor. Shout out to my editor because she is doing her thing, honey. And I'm going to have her come in a little bit later on this study too to come clean it up for me. Shout out to that editor. It's worth every penny. If you're in a doctoral program, you're writing your dissertation, your chair might say, hey, you don't need an editor. We provide these resources. We can teach you. I don't have the time because I'm behind. So I'm using an editor for certain stuff. So yeah. All right. So I am going to work on the last few things I need to secure my proposal. So my professor said that my dissertation is a go. My chapters 1, 2, 3, of course. For my proposal, he sent out an email that I need to send to my committee in regards to He sent out the email that I got to send to my committee, letting them know the days and times that we are available. Can you join? I told him that I would get him my proposal and a clean copy of my dissertation by Wednesday. Now, today is Tuesday, April 8th, 7:15 p.m. And I still ain't even sent this junk to my dang on editor. Fortunately, she shouldn't have to do too much. Maybe a few things. But I'm going to get her to clean up my table of contents, check on my references, and I think that is it. Because I'm not going to have time to do the definition of terms. I mean, when I give it to them, they're not going to have it. I have to do my definition of terms in a organization of study paragraph, just describing how the study is going to be organized. I don't have that yet. And please don't ask. I have it too. I for sure will have those two done, but I'm not going to have it done tonight. And I'm not going to stress myself about getting it done because that's going to take more time. So far, my dissertation is 73 pages, but the content of it is probably about 36, 37 pages. Oh, maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to build my slides. I was on a call with my classmate. He's already finished, and he shared his story with his chair. His dissertation is 170 pages, and the body of his dissertation is about 130. I can't imagine. I might hit, if I'm at 73 pages now, and that's with everything, I might hit 120. I might. But he said, I've been moving pretty fast. I'm not the only one not finished in the program. And he even said, if you can get your proposal done by the end of April, they may let me walk May 14th. Oh my God. So I got to get that cap and gown. And if I can't get the cap and gown in time, baby, I'm going to get me a cute little outfit, a nice little fitted cap. I need to get my hair done, but I want my hair out, like silk press or something. My hair don't really last in regular heat, especially in the summertime. So I'll probably do like maybe a wig or just like a sew-in. I've never done a quick wig before, but honey, I want some hair. I have some hair that I didn't properly use last time, so I could probably use that. I got these shoes. Hold on. I'm supposed to be working on a dissertation. I got the Tiana Taylor Jordan 1s. I bought these when they came out. I have not worn these, baby. Let me cut the mic on. I be forgetting about this mic. The mic on 40%. I gotta figure out how to charge this thing. Okay, it uses the same charger. Okay, these is the Tiana Taylor 1s. What are they called? Baby, I don't know what they call. But they the Tiana Taylor Jordan 1s. She might call them Rose. But you know her theme is Rose. These are the graduation shoes. So, I have not worn them. I said I would not wear these unless I'm going across the stage. Get me a cute little USC fitted cap cream or something like that with a red brim. Baby, little black outfit. Throwing up my W's on the west side. I'm getting excited. But my classmate said, don't underestimate, you may get this done a lot faster. He said I'm making really good, transition moves. So if I get the proposal done by the end of the month, I wait for IRB. That may take a week or so. While I'm waiting for IRB, I go prep my stuff for my participants. As soon as I get approval, bing, shoot out the participants. He definitely suggested every time I do an interview for my qualitative study to go ahead and work the coding and everything. So when I'm done with my last participant, everything's done. I have an editor who will help. And if I get through that chapter 4, baby. So May is interviews. I give myself 30 days interviews. Please come. Come on, girl. I do have someone that I participate in their dissertation study. I hope that they will connect me with anybody that can qualify for my study. And so if I do interviews, May, June is chapter 4 / going into chapter 5. July is chapter 5. Bam. Final defense before August 1st. We gonna see. But yeah. The Rose, honey. This is so hard. I haven't worn these, but yeah. This was what the inside of the body, I can't talk. This is what the inside of the box lid looks like. The details, honey. From the concrete grew a rose. These are my graduation shoes, honey. We're going to see if I can pull this off. I'm like, oh my God, y'all. I'm here. Y'all thought y'all was going to leave me. I just got to figure out getting tickets, getting on a plane, getting my daughter. I don't know. We would literally leave that Tuesday. Yeah, I think graduation is on a Tuesday. We'll leave that Monday, baby. Go to the graduation. Wednesday, we back. Either way, I'm doing it. We're going to see. So I'm going to knock out my edits for my committee, preparing them, and work on my proposal slides, which I'm a bit nervous. I think I'm overthinking it. And I'm going to send him a rough edit like, hey, this is what I have. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But that's the stuff that I'm working on for proposal. Your proposal defense is you proposing your study, and you're going to be talking about chapters 1 through 3. And it's basically equivalent to a qualifying exam. You can't move forward in your study until you pass your proposal defense. This is 50% here. I'm really proud of myself because this is week 4 going super hard. Week 4 going hard. Like, I'm a little disappointed because I left work early and fell asleep. And I still got to clean up. And I was supposed to cook. I was supposed to take some turkey wings out and I didn't do it. But yeah, this is what we on. This looks good. I'm just going to go ahead and send this to her. My editor. Make sure I got all the notes. I'm just going to go ahead and send this to her. Save. Send this to my editor. And yeah, that's what we're doing.
Go forward. Big deal.
Yeah, I just hate when it makes sense to them and it doesn't make sense to me.
I know.
Because I have to do the work.
I know. I guess that's what they say. You know, at the end of the day, it's not your life work, right? It's just a dissertation to get it done.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I have these templates. I'll share my screen.
Yeah. So when I look at the version you sent me a while back, I mean, I thought you were close a long time ago to getting the proposal defense.
Not what?
You have all the key pieces.
Yeah, I changed it twice since the last time I sent you. I mean, yeah, the last 3 weeks. The last time I talked to you, that following weekend or that weekend leading, I stayed up 23 hours thinking that this is going to be it. He turns back around and says, no, you have to do this, this, and that. I do another weekend. And then he says, nope, you got some more stuff. And I'm like, what the freak? And then this weekend, I'm thinking like, because he sent me a message literally during the week last week, like, you are ready for a proposal. Then he comes back and says, yeah, you got to add some more stuff. And I'm like, my gosh. But then, there's other people that have went through way worse than these little nitpick things that so I'm not complaining, but it's, it's tedious. I'm like nervous, like, because my timeline to be finished is August 1st. And, Dr. Kenny's like, if you keep doing, he's applauded me. He's like, he finally woke up.
Yeah, no, I do agree with him in that sense. Because I thought you were close to being proposal a while back, and you made a couple more revs on this thing and spent a lot of hours on it. I'm sure you're locked in now.
Yeah, I am locked in. I think I'm more focused and just trying to get out of dissertation hell. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I mean, you're definitely on track for August. That should be not an issue for you.
I don't feel like it. I don't know. I'm seeking 12 participants. I hope I get all 12. I think it's gonna be a little hard to get 12 though. Hello. Today is Wednesday, April 9th. It's 7:26 p.m. I am trying to finish up my proposal requirements to get to my chair. If you don't know, when you're doing a proposal defense, you have to gather your committee together and your chair. Let me see, is this dead? Okay. And let them know that you're ready or not ready, but you've been approved to do your proposal defense. You have to do a presentation. Mine has to be less than 5 minutes. And you're basically going to brief your committee and chair about your study using your chapters 1 through 3, and you're condensing it in a PowerPoint slide. So I'll show you just what I've come up with, just the title page. I have some other things, but just show you all the title page. That is me. I'm using me when I was in the Army as an image. I got my edits back from my editor. So that's one less thing that I have to do. And I just need to look at my conceptual framework because my professor had some things to say about it. I am tired though. I just want a day where I can just go to sleep and don't have to do nothing. I'm just so tired. But yeah, this is what I'm doing. Here's the update. Okay. I'm just downloading a clean copy. I gotta run through it. A clean copy of my dissertation, just run through it and make sure it has everything. I have so many versions of this damn dissertation, so I print them out as well. And I can annotate the notes. So like if I lose something or can't find something or feel like I grabbed the wrong copy or version, I can simply just go and like, okay, I got a printed copy and I have it in my file system. So I'm going to knock out these things. The sun is setting. It's 7:28. I for sure want to be done by 10 o'clock because I'm trying to do the audio too. I got to build a script. I think I'm kind of overthinking everything, but it is what it is. So this is just an update in the doctoral process. I am at the proposal stage. I'm still waiting for my third member, my committee member, to respond back their schedule. I hope that I will be doing the proposal defense before the end of April because I'm surely going to try to slide in and say, hey, can I go to commencement tonight? I also got to pay for my cap and gown and gather my tax stuff because taxes are due April 15th and I haven't filed them. I'm just exhausted and some bullshit with my taxes as well. So that's where I'm at. I'll see you all when I get done.